Hi everyone, and welcome to Greta's Yoga YouTube channel. I'm Greta, and today we have a great yoga practice for the heart and for the hips. This is dedicated for Mother's Day and to all the moms out there, whether that be a child mom or a plant mom or a pet mom. Lots of moms, you're special. You don't deserve one day, you deserve all the days to be happy and filled with love, and every mom does the most. So thank you to all the moms out there. We couldn't be here without you. So let's go ahead and begin by coming to a comfortable seated pose. Breathing into the body here. I invite you to bring your right hand onto your belly and your left hand onto your heart center. Go ahead and close the eyes here, round down through the shoulders, slightly tucking the chin towards the chest here, sitting up tall through the spine. Checking in with the heart and the hips. Breathing in and out. Can start to send gratitude in towards ourselves, and maybe go ahead and set an intention for today's practice. I am love. I am strong. I am grounded. I am open. Whatever fits you right now in this moment. Maybe there's nothing, and that's okay. In time, it will come and reveal itself to you. And we can just be with what is right now. Go ahead and take one more deep breath in here. And exhaling out completely. Go ahead, open the eyes. Bring a smile to the face. Let's go ahead, inhale the arms up overhead. Fingers kiss, and then we'll exhale, cactusing the arms here. Again, inhaling, hands up overhead, bringing them to touch, and then exhaling, hands to cactus. One more time, we'll inhale, arms up overhead, and then exhaling, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring our hands to our knees here. We're going to sit up nice and tall, radiating our heart forward, grounding through our sits bones, maybe lifting the chin slightly. And then exhaling, rounding through the spine, grabbing those knees as you roll back here. Seated cat-cows. Again, inhaling, coming up, lifting the heart up, and exhaling, rounding the spine here, tucking the chin towards the chest. Again, inhaling up, nice and tall, really pushing into the knees or pulling the knees forward. And exhaling, rounding through. Coming back to center now, we're going to start to rotate the body one direction, using our hands to help create this spiral, this circle for us. Waking up the body slowly here, noticing how this feels. And then we'll switch directions, noticing what feels good and maybe sinking deeper into a certain spot, going back and forth if that feels good for you. And then go the other direction one more time. And then we'll come back to a seated pose here. Let's go ahead and make our way to tabletop just for a moment, and then we'll slowly go into a downward facing dog. Finding your foundation here, curling the toes under and generously Gently, mindfully sending the hips up nice and tall. And then pushing into one heel and then the other heel. Walking your dog, pedaling the feet out. Really sinking deep. Bending one knee as you extend the other. Pushing away from the yoga mat with your hands here. Noticing how this feels. And then we'll come to stillness. Melting the heart down. Lifting our navel towards the back of our spine. And breathing deep here. Beautiful. We're going to look between our hands and take baby steps to get to the top of our mat, coming to a forward fold. Feet can be hip distance or together, your choice. And we'll grab opposite elbows here, noticing how this feels. And then gently rocking side to side if this feels good for us. Breathing deep. And then releasing the hands down, coming to stillness. Then we'll use our hands to walk up our legs, coming to halfway lift here, drawing the shoulders down and away from the ears. And then exhaling, once again releasing to downward face, forward fold. Slowly bend the knees and with control, with ease, start to rise up one vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow, letting the head be the last thing to come up and then rolling through the shoulders here. Mountain pose. Nice and tall here. Again, creating that space, that gap between the ear and the shoulder here. The eyes can be closed, palms facing forward, tucking the tailbone as we ground through our feet here. And then bending the knees generously as we inhale the arms up overhead. And then exhaling, cactus those arms. Again, inhaling the arms up overhead and cactusing the arms. One more time, we'll inhale the arms up overhead. And then exhale, release the hands to interlace behind the back here and draw down towards the earth. And then lifting the chest up, the head up. And then bending the knees generously, we're going to come into a forward fold, keeping the hands interlocked, raising them up towards the sky, and they may be falling them towards the earth in front of us. It's a great deep shoulder opener here. And then with control, we're going to break free and come to airplane arms as we inhale, coming to a halfway lift, keeping the neck long here. And then we'll exhale, release, forward fold. We'll plant the hands and extend the one foot back and then the other, coming to a plank pose. Nice and strong here. We're going to engage the core, draw the heels towards the back of the earth, gaze straight down between our hands. You got this. Might start to feel some shaking. Engage the core, strength here, pushing up away from the yoga mat, expanding this heart cavity here. Nice and strong. We here for 3, 2, on the 1, lower down to the belly. Untucking the toes here. We're going to draw the hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to push into the tops of the feet as we come to baby cobra. And then exhaling, releasing down. One more time, we'll inhale, coming up, cobra here. And then exhaling, releasing down. Beautiful. We'll go ahead, tuck the toes, lift the knees, engage the core. We lift up to plank pose. Taking a breath here. One more inhale. And then on your next exhale, send it to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Go ahead and anchor down through that left foot as we inhale the right leg up high. And then exhaling, drawing the knee towards the nose for a breath, and then stepping it through. Dropping that back knee here, adjusting our stance, rallying through the shoulders, untucking that back toe if that feels good for you. And then inhaling, engaging the core as we rise up. We're going to again interlace the hands behind us here and lift the heart up. This can be challenging with the balance, so our hands can be on our hips if this feels good. We want to try to draw this right hip crease back as we engage the core, creating this nice long line, the Danda. Breathe deep here. And then exhaling slowly, coming to those airplane arms here, hovering over the thigh. And then exhaling, releasing the hands down. Beautiful. We're going to come back off that back knee and step back to plank pose. Going to shift forward on the toes, come all the way down towards the belly. Inhaling, baby cobra here. And exhaling, releasing down. Pushing up into our plank pose here, nice and strong. And exhaling, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Go ahead and anchor down through that right foot as we inhale the left foot up high. And then exhaling, releasing the knee towards the nose. And then stepping through. Dropping that back knee. And then inhaling to lengthen the spine here. Engage the core. Squeeze the thighs together as we lift up and rise here. We're going to interlace the hands behind us, opposite thumb on top than last time. This is the one that might not be as natural to you. Round through the shoulders here, heart forward. As we breathe into the hips, into the thighs here. Maybe bring our gaze slightly up or close the eyes. And then we're going to exhale, release down. Woo, no, let's go to airplane arms. Releasing to airplane arms here, having the torso over the thigh here. And then exhaling, releasing the hands down. Picking up that back knee and stepping to plank pose. We'll go through a vinyasa here, so maybe chaturanga to upward facing dog, or belly to cobra here. Or meet us straight into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Again, we'll inhale the right leg up high. And exhaling, drawing knee to nose and then stepping through. Placing that back knee down again. We're going to inhale, lifting up. This time we're going to raise the arms up overhead, expanding through the upper back. Bringing our heart forward, radiating through. Noticing how this feels. Our fingers are spread wide, pinkies forward, thumb back. Beautiful. And then we're going to exhale, release the hands down, and we're going to bring our right hand around so that our right hand is right next to the inner right foot. And then we're going to push our right arm into our left thigh. We're going to push the hips up and then pick up that back foot and reach for the toes or the ankle here. And then we're going to open the chest, maybe coming onto the right fingertips, and notice how this feels. If this is too intense on the quad, we can have that back foot down and just reaching our arm back, still creating that expansion. So wherever you are, whoop. Notice, again, keeping that balance between the right thigh and the right foot. Breathing deep. And then exhaling, shifting the hips back to gently release that foot and frame the foot. Lifting back up on the knee, Stepping to plank pose. Again, we can go through a vinyasa of your choice or meet us directly into downward facing dog. Go ahead and plant the right foot as we inhale the left leg up high. Exhaling knee to nose and then stepping through. Again, planting that back knee here and then lengthening through the spine, hugging the thighs in as we lift the torso and lift the arms up. Nice and tall here. Beautiful. Breathe from the heart here. Engage those thighs, squeeze them together, nice and strong. Lifting yourself up. And then exhaling, releasing the hands down, and then walking that left hand around to your inner left foot. We'll lift the hips up so that we can grab possibly that right foot, the right toes, and then open up through the right side body here, squeezing that left knee, left shin into that left arm here. Try not to collapse in the left side body, nice and strong. Again, we can have our arm just straight out behind us, feeling that connection. And then exhaling, releasing, framing the foot again, and coming back to plank. Vinyasa or downward facing dog. Taking a breath here, taking a moment. And then we'll plant the left foot as we inhale the right leg up high. And then shifting forward, we're going to come into pigeon here. So dropping that right knee, shimmying the left leg back here, looking back to make sure that we have a straight line with the leg. And then we're going to inhale, nice and tall, heart forward, heart up. And then exhale, releasing down. Maybe coming onto the forearms here. Maybe stacking fists and resting our head on the fists here. Or maybe using our hands as a pillow to gently release our cheek or forehead down. Or maybe we stay up on our hands and we just melt into this pose. It's beautiful. Breathe into this shape. Melting the heart down. Opening up through the right hip. And then we'll take one more deep breath here. And slowly, wherever you are, go ahead again. Push yourself up. Heart forward. Tucking that back toe, lifting that knee up. Slowly sending it back to plank pose for a breath. And then downward facing dog. Inhaling the left leg up high. And exhaling, coming through to pigeon on the left side body. Moving that right leg back and making sure it's in that nice straight line. We'll inhale, use our hands to come up, heart up, and then exhaling, melting down. Maybe coming onto our forearms and staying here. Letting gravity take over, resting your head down. Not collapsing into the left hip here. And breathing deep. You can control where you send your breath, and you can send your breath, your energy, into this left hip here. Noticing how it feels. Beautiful. And then wherever you are on your next inhale, go ahead and mindfully push yourself up again. Tucking that back toe, lifting the knee, slowly sending it back to a plank pose. Beautiful. Go downward facing dog on an exhale here. And then again, looking forward, walking our way towards the top of the mat, forward fold. And then bending our knees generously, we're going to send our hips down nice and slow with ease, using our hands for support and sending our legs out long. We can adjust the sits bone or the flesh away from our sits bones so we can sit firmly into the earth here. We can have a nice micro bend in the knees here, and then we want to flex the toes, point them towards our face, and then we'll use our hands right behind our sits bones to lift the heart up, lift the back up, rolling the shoulders down, sitting up nice and tall here. Gaze can be straight ahead. Maybe coming back to our intention that we set for ourselves at the beginning of practice. Dandasana can be a pretty intense pose. And then we'll inhale the arms up overhead and bending the knees generously as we exhale, forward fold, letting our hands rest wherever they fall. So maybe they come to our shins or our ankles. Or maybe we grab the bottoms of our feet here, keeping those knees nice and bent. And maybe extending them just a little bit, but having that generous bend. Breathing through the back body here. Noticing how that feels. And then releasing the hands, rolling up. We're going to bring the hands so that our pointer fingers are facing up, but the rest of the fingers are interlaced. We're going to bring the arms out straight ahead now, and then slowly with control we're going to roll down nice and slow, coming onto our backs. Maybe adjusting yourself so that you're actually laying on your yoga mat here. Go ahead and bring your knees up and walk the heels in so that you can touch your heels with your fingertips. And then we're going to push through the feet here, engage the hips, engage the core. Push through the hands as we lift up, coming to bridge pose. Feeling the heart open here, heart lift up. And then exhale, slowly releasing down one vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow here. Again, on an inhale, going up nice and slow. The eyes can be closed here if that feels good. And then we'll interlace our hands underneath and maybe walk our shoulder blades together. Engage the thighs here like you're squeezing a block, pushing through the feet. Breathing deep here. Not sinking into the hips, but lifting the hips up high. And then with ease and control, lower down, nice and slow. Awesome. Hug the knees into the chest here. You can rock side to side, gently massaging the spine. And then we're going to walk our hands down our legs to grab the outsides or the insides of our feet, or maybe our pant legs, coming into a happy baby pose. We really want to try to ground the tailbone down here as we lift the feet up towards the sky and using our hands to push down onto our feet, so creating that counterbalance here as we stretch through the sides, maybe rocking side to side to again massage the spine. If you feel good, maybe grabbing the big toes with your peace fingers and extending one leg out long, and then maybe the other leg out. Noticing how that feels. Again, trying to draw the tailbone down towards the earth here. Opening up through the thighs. Heart towards the sky here. And then slowly bringing our soles of our feet to touch and releasing down. Coming to Supta Baddha Kotsasana. Butterfly pose on our backs. Gently rest your hands on your thighs here. The eyes can stay closed here if they're not already. Just letting gravity take over, letting the knees draw heavy. Just breathing into the hips. Maybe using your hands to generously push or roll the insides of your thighs outwards to help sink them deeper into the earth or towards the earth. Nice, small, gentle movement here. And then we'll take one more breath, and then using our hands on the outsides of our thighs to help guide our knees towards each other. And then letting them fall towards the right side. Opening up through the left arm here. And using that right hand on the left thigh. Creating a nice twist on the back. And then inhaling up towards center. And having them knees shift towards the left side now. Grabbing onto the right thigh with the left hand. Extending that right arm out long now and looking out past the right fingertips. And breathing deep here. Beautiful. And then inhaling back to center. Maybe giving yourself a squeeze one more time. And adding any other movement that might feel good for you, or slowly extend your body out towards Shavasana. Having the feet hip distance apart, toes sprawled out. The arms can be away from the body, palms facing up here. Drawing the shoulder blades in slightly. Chin can be slightly tucked here to extend the spine to its full length. Go ahead and close the eyes. Notice how you're feeling here. And then I invite you to bring your left hand slowly towards your heart and your right hand towards your belly. And just noticing how this gentle touch feels on the body. Breathing in lots of love and exhaling out lots of love. Know that you are deeply loved by many people, by yourself, by me, by this planet. And we can thank Mother Earth, the mother of all mothers, the mother of all things, for creating us and for allowing us to be. Thank you all so much for being here and sharing this magical time with me. May you have a great rest of your day, afternoon, evening, whatever it may be. Namaste.